If I've tidied that bathroom up once this week, I've tidied it 100 times.
Oh, you do exaggerate, Bonzo.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I always seem to be clearing up mess, and you know who makes it.
Well, all three of us make it, JJ, but only one of us never tidies up.
Yes, and you know who that person is?
Jiffy.
Exactly. I mean, he's so thoughtless. He's always leaving things lying around the place, never putting them away.
Never makes us our tea.
Never does the shopping.
Never thinks to ask what we'd like to watch on the TV.
No, he hasn't a clue. Honestly, this house would be a pigsty if we all did as little as he does.
Oh, isn't this garden fantastic? This is the life. Fresh air, blue sky, pretty flowers. Oh, do you know, I'd live out here if it had a roof. If it had a roof. Mind you, that wouldn't be a bad idea, what with Bonzo and JJ moaning and groaning the whole day long. And as for Box, do you know, it's like living in a dog's home. I know. If I pick some flowers, it'll brighten up the room and maybe they'll brighten up at the same time. Yeah. 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 Oh, yes. This'll do the trick.
And another thing, he only does his own washing up after tea.
Never gives your pen back when he borrows it.
Never does the shopping.
You said that before.
Have I? Oh. Well, he never does the shopping twice.
I must say, he isn't a very good homemaker.
Oh, you two. What's that then?
The thing is, Jiffy, you just don't do your share around the house.
No. We all have to feel at home here, Jiffy, not just you.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. No, I'll do my bit to brighten the place up and to prove it. Look, I brought these in from the garden.
Jiffy, what have you done?
Well,
I'll tell you what he's gonna
For
do.
you.
He's ruined our garden.
No, but
How could you be so selfish, Jiffy? That garden was lovely. You've ruined it.
But I thought...
No, you don't think. You only think of yourself.
This is our home, Jiffy, as well as yours, and that includes the garden, which you've gone and ruined.
Look, I'm only trying to cheer you up.
Cheer us up. That's a funny way of doing it, I must say.
You do nothing to help in this house. You just go about wrecking it.
Right, well, if that's the way you feel, perhaps it's better if I leave home altogether.
That suits us fine.
Right.
Oi, what's all the palaver about, Squiffy?
I'm going, but I'm leaving. I'm not staying with those two a second longer. I'm off out of here. You'll never ever see me again, ever.
Bye.
I'll run away from home, I will. I'll run away from here. You won't see me at tea times. I'll completely disappear. I've always tried to be a friend and make this house good fun. But all you do is find a fault with everything I've done.
If you feel we've let you down, you might as well get out of town. We've had about enough of you, and if you feel the same way too, then bye-bye, Jiffy, bye-bye.
I'll run away from here, I will, as soon as I am packed. You've hurt me very deeply, so I won't stay here, in fact. I'll find a good home somewhere else where people treat me nice. And when I'm happy there, I will not think about you twice.
Are you going by bus or boat?
If so, you'll need an overcoat.
We won't be sad to see you go. It's probably for the best, you know. So bye-bye, Jiffy, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Well, that's that then. Huh, I'm not going to stay in a house where I'm not wanted. I'll go and live somewhere else where people make me feel at home. Yes. Now, I could go on down to my friend Natty in Southampton. No, it's a bit far to run away. More of a train away, really. Of course. Uncle Dennis at Aunt Shirley's. Whenever I pop round there, the first thing they always say to me is, sit down, Jiffy, make yourself feel at home. So this time I'll take them up on their offer. Yes, I'll run away and live there. Who needs JJ and Bonzo and Box anyway? Huh. I'll run away from home. Right then, I'm off.
Well, there he goes.
Yeah, but not for long, I'll bet.
How do you know?
I just know. East, west, home's best.
What on earth do you mean by that?
Well, it's an expression, you know. Wherever you go, to the east or to the west, home is the best place to be.
Rubbish, JJ. I reckon he's off for good.
You mark my words, he'll be walking back through that door in 5 minutes.
Look, do yourself a favour, Mrs. Know-it-all, and forget him.
But Box, Jiffy's really gone.
Good. I hope he left his key. He was a waste of space anyway. Oh, don't hang around waiting for him to come back. You'd be better off reading me a story.
What story?
Oh, the one in me, mate. Tell me a story for me, as long or as short or as daft as can be. Tell me a story, I want one this minute, with fun and adventure and exciting things in it.
5 minutes and he'll be back.
What's this story about, Box?
Well, read it and see, dafthead.
It was the week before Christmas, and at the supermarket things couldn't be busier. Everyone was doing their last-minute Christmas shopping. They wanted meat and vegetables for the Christmas dinners, fruit and cakes and puddings for the desserts, and as many different drinks as you can imagine. There were special treats for children, like chocolate Santas, and for grown-ups, like bottles of champagne. And people were still buying things that people eat all year round, like tins of baked beans. At the back of the supermarket was the warehouse, where all the food and drink was kept in big cardboard boxes piled high until it was taken onto the shop floor and stacked on shelves for the shoppers to see. There were boxes of every single thing you can buy in a supermarket, and they all got on very well with each other. They felt quite at home in the warehouse, all that is, apart from Sharon, the champagne box. The problem with Sharon was that she thought nobody else was good enough to talk to her. "I'm sorry," she'd say, "but you don't understand what it's like to be a box that holds such special things as champagne bottles. I really can't be expected to feel at home with you other boxes." "What are you on about?" laughed Benny the baked bean box. "We're all the same, all made up of cardboard, and what's it matter whether we hold champagne bottles or baked bean cans?" "On Easter eggs," piped up Enid, the old box in the corner.
Hey, that doesn't sound like the Enid I know.
"Be quiet, Box, I'm trying to read." Enid had been in the warehouse since last Easter. "No one wants my Easter eggs at this time of year, but you just wait till next Easter." Enid's Easter eggs hadn't been unpacked last Easter, and as the sell-by date was a long way off, the warehouseman had left Enid where she was. The other boxes all liked her, as she was a jolly old box. But Sharon the champagne box was as spiteful as she was proud, and she just couldn't resist making fun of old Enid. "Well, sweetie," scoffed Sharon, "you should know enough about boxes. You've been here long enough. I'm surprised you can't see how important it is to be a box for things people want. It means I'll be out on the shop floor very soon, not stuck in this dusty old warehouse. I want to be with boxes of my own kind, and with a bit of luck I very soon will be." The other boxes didn't say much, but it was quite a relief to all of them next day when the warehouseman rushed in. He'd been told to restock the champagne shelf as quickly as possible. He snatched up Sharon, and before she had time to say goodbye and good riddance, she was off on his trolley and into the supermarket. "Well, I hope she's satisfied now," chuckled Benny the baked bean box, pleased as punch that Sharon was gone. All the other boxes felt the same, especially Enid. "If you ask me, I'm glad to be stopping at home," she said. "We're a really happy family now." In the supermarket, things weren't happening quite the way Sharon had expected, and her new champagne box home was to be quite different from the one she'd imagined. First, the shelf stacker unpacked all the champagne bottles and stacked them on the shelves, and then, well, you've guessed it, he picked Sharon up and flattened her. She'd never imagined that her new home would be the recycling plant at the town rubbish tip. Poor Sharon wished she'd stayed at home in the warehouse. At least there she'd been a box among boxes, not this flattened piece of cardboard. And what about the others? I don't know what happened to all of them, but I do know that the following Easter, Enid was unpacked in the supermarket. But she didn't join Sharon at the rubbish tip. Every so often, some of the empty boxes were put by the checkout counters for packing the shoppers' groceries to take home. Enid was one of the lucky ones, and the next morning she was packed full of Mr. and Mrs. Bradley's groceries and taken home. When they got home, their son John helped his mum and dad unpack all the groceries and tried to remember where they all went. Once Enid was empty again, Mr. Bradley picked her up and opened the back door to throw her by the dustbin. But Mrs. Bradley said, "Just a minute, love, I've had an idea. John, why don't you use that box to put your toys in? They've been cluttering up your room for far too long." Now Enid has a new home. She holds a wonderful mixture of games, jigsaws, toys and books. And she's the happiest box she knows.
He's not back yet.
You know, I think he's really gone, JJ.
Good.
JJ put the kettle on, JJ put the kettle on, JJ put the kettle on, we'll all have tea.
Actually, Bonzo, it's not all have tea. There's only 2 of us now.
All right, so it's both have tea.
Bonzo, take it off again. Bonzo, take it off again. Bonzo, take it off again. We'll both have tea.
Right, so we've put the kettle on for the tea to drink, but what are we going to have to eat?
Sandwiches, of course.
Well, I know that, but what sort of sandwiches?
Well, what's your favourite sandwich?
Oh, I don't really know. I like most types. Only we usually have Jiffy's.
Yes, well, Jiffy's not here now. He's been gone for 2 days, so you'll have to choose yourself.
Well, I quite like peanut butter. But I'm also fond of strawberry jam. I'm quite partial to chocolate and banana spread.
Bonzo, you'll have to make your mind up or we'll never get tea ready.
Only it used to be so easy. Jiffy always got his own way when it came to what we had to eat for tea.
But that was one of the things that made you cross about it.
Yeah, good riddance to him, I say.
Oh, shut up, Box.
His clothes were horrible.
Shut up, Box.
Why should I? You're as glad as I am he's gone.
No, I'm not.
Not what?
Not glad he's gone. I want him to come home, JJ.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, I give up.
I tell you what, Bonzo. We'll make the tea, eat it, and then write a letter to Jiffy asking him to come back. After all, it's partly our fault that he's gone.
Good idea. Except for one thing.
What?
We don't know where he's gone.
Oh.
So we don't know where to send the letter.
Oh, what are we going to do then?
Oh, that's the end of him then.
Shut up, Box.
I'll go. Oh, hello, Jiffy.
Hi, JJ. Bonzo.
Hi, Jiffy. Well, come in. It's always nice to have visitors, isn't it, JJ?
Yes.
Thanks. Right. Ah. Oh.
Well, how do you like your new home?
It's fine, thanks. How are you getting on here?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, very well without you.
Box.
Well, I hadn't even noticed he'd gone.
Well, I had.
So had I.
Had you missed me a little bit then?
Well, the house did seem a bit quiet without you.
Yes. And it's not been easy deciding what to have for tea, I can tell you.
Oh, well, you're lucky to have the choice.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll be staying at Uncle Dennis and Aunt Shirley's. And I have to eat everything they give me, whether I like it or not. And there's nothing like the great teas we have here.
You mean being there's not as good as being here?
Oh, not by a long chalk. No, I mean, Uncle Dennis doesn't like playing games, and Aunt Shirley makes me clean the bathroom out every day, whether I've used it or not.
I've got a good idea.
What's that?
Well, it seems to me that the house is, we've agreed, quiet without you,
Yeah.
and you don't seem to like where you live now, so...
Why don't you come back home?
Are you sure?
Of course we are.
You're not just saying this because you feel sorry for me?
Of course not.
Please come home, Jiffy.
I really don't know what to say.
I do. Say yes.
All right. Yes! I heard you say that anyway. Oh, wait. I picked up a little something for you. Here.
Oh,
There we are.
Jiffy, it's lovely. Hey, read it out, Bonzo.
It says, home, the place where we grumble the most and are treated the best.
Oh.
Sentimental claptrap.
I've come back home to live with you and home again once more.
We didn't like it without you. In fact, it was a bore.
I thought I'd have it all my way at Aunt and Uncle's place.
They made you do what you were
But
told.
that's why we're afraid of your face.
From now on, we'll love this house. We will not grumble, we'll not grouse. We'll live together, friend with friend, won't run away. 'Cause in the end, there really isn't any place like home. Our home.
Up in the garden.
Jiffy!